Spider-Man, the web-slinger, the masked menace, the one and only, the favorite superhero of millions, and probably yours too if you clicked on this video. He's been swinging through comics, movies, and games for over 60 years, and yet recently I realized I don't think I actually like Spider-Man anymore. Now, let me explain. You see, growing up as a kid in the 2000s, you couldn't turn on a TV without at some point seeing a commercial or a show for everybody's favorite wall crawler. You had TV shows, video games, and movies in a time where most superhero things just sucked. Now, for a short, nerdy kid whose greatest physical feat at the time was carrying a stack of textbooks without dropping them, seeing Peter Parker go from awkward dork to wisecracking superhero in one freak accident was one of the easiest fantasies to fall into. All it took was a bite, a scream, and suddenly you're doing backflips and saving the city. What's not to love? But then I grew up, and so did my perspective. Now, I still liked his aesthetic, and I respected what he stood for, but somewhere along the line, it just didn't click the same way anymore. And what made me realize this? Well, it's probably why you clicked on the video. A video game. Hell, it wasn't even a Spider-Man video game. Now, I know what you're thinking. What game could possibly make somebody stop liking Spider-Man? Marvel Rivals, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Venom Separation Anxiety? It's a real game, by the way, look it up. No. The game I'm talking about is Marvel's Midnight Suns. Now, for a lot of you, you just thought, what the hell is that? Well, according to its Steam page, fight and strategize like a superhero in the darker corners of the Marvel Universe. Play as the Hunter, a legendary demon slayer who must lead a team of superheroes and supernatural warriors facing apocalyptic threats. Basically, they're the Avengers, except instead of fighting generic world enders, they specifically deal in the supernatural. They also usually have Marvel's darker roster of heroes. Ghost Rider, Blade, Magic, all of which have zero problems putting their villains down permanently. These aren't your friendly neighborhood types. These are the people you call when the friendly neighborhood's on fire. And right in the middle of all that doom and demon slaying is Spider-Man. The game itself is an action-packed, story-driven RPG where you build relationships, explore an ancient haunted abbey, hunt demons, and absolutely annihilate evil alongside the darker of Marvel's heroes. You'll forge bonds, train in secret chambers, uncover ancient prophecies, and, it's technically a deck builder. But don't click away just yet, because this game, this deck builder, did something I didn't expect. It made me realize something about Spider-Man I'd never really thought about before. See, one of the DLCs lets you save Venom, and just finding him is a nightmare. He's been corrupted by dark magic, and he barely resembles the monster that we're so familiar with. He's not just infected or has something wrong with him, he's been turned into a vampire, permanently. Now, in this game, your character is the Hunter. They're an ancient demon slayer that leads the Midnight Suns. By this point in the story, a lot of Earth has already fallen, heroes and villains alike are being mind-controlled or worse. The world is ending, demons are running wild, and sacrifices sometimes have to be made. But Spider-Man, in this instance, he refuses to accept that. When I play these kind of games, I try and immerse myself as much as possible. And at this point, Mephisto shows up to offer Spider-Man a deal, which is something I can't really support. It is one guy, one villain at that. And you're gonna make a likely one-sided deal with the actual devil to cure him, maybe? Heroes are falling left and right, and the world's literally crumbling, and that's what you do? Suddenly, I found myself questioning Spider-Man's entire philosophy, and thus here we are. I began to think of every bit of Spider-Man media I've consumed, which, as I said before, being a kid in the 2000s is a lot. And I realized this isn't some split-second bad decision. This is how he's always been, altruistic to a self-destructive fault. The more I thought about it, the more I could think of examples. Spider-Man One More Day. Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man 2099. Now, I'm not going to go through every one of those storylines, but no matter the version, it's the same story. Peter Parker paying insane prices for things that, in the grand scheme of things, might have been either fixable or didn't need fixing. He'll risk the multiverse, rewrite time, or bargain with the devil, all to undo one heartbreak, one failure, one loss. And that's when I realized what the problem was. Peter is, yes, always trying to do the right thing. But at the end of the day, part of Peter died the same day Uncle Ben did. In almost every single one of these universes, he's still that guilt-ridden kid, endlessly trying to right the wrong he thinks he's responsible for. It's the heartbeat of Spider-Man across every adaptation. A person defined not by their victories, but by the failure to ever forgive themselves. It was a bit of a sad realization for me. I just think differently, and if Spider-Man and me ever met, I don't think we'd be friends. Which stings a little bit, especially for the inner 2000s kid in me who grew up thinking that Spider-Man was the best. But that's the thing, too. I don't need to be. The world needs its Spider-Men, the people who will always try and do the right thing, no matter how impossible it looks. But it also needs its hunters, the ones who make the hard calls, the ones who can live with the choices that others can't. Both are heroes, just different kinds of them. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Seriously. This one's been on my mind for a while, and I'm glad I finally got it out here. More weird reflections and game stories soon, so if you like this one, you'll probably like those too. And see you next time. Astral out.